What's up everyone? Welcome to the brand new series, Poor Man's PvP. Basically what the series is about is PvP without all the frills or fancy gold weapons. And each episode will revolve around free weapons, so the main combination or idea will not cost you any more than some time and luck. This week's setup is going to use the Sudden Support. This is a quick action item that grants an immediate turn with increased stats. But the focus of this video and combination is the next two equipment slots. The other two items, the armor and the characters, are all interchangeable. Our first essential item is the Revolt 5. It's a quick action weapon and you can find it in Season 2, Chapter 2, Mission 6. This version drops off the epic boss in challenge mode. Next we have the Power Gauntlet. It has attack optimization. Its damage increases every time another smart weapon is used. The Revolt 5 will count towards this, so in one turn you'll have 6 stacks of attack optimization. And then lastly, I'm using the Marksman Spotter. I happened to get 4 of these during PvP Season 12, so hopefully you got one as well. If not, don't worry, you can use something like the Target Painter, or really any good quick action item that you may have and want to use. As far as characters, I'm using the Bruiser WW2 Captain America with a big and fast E-ISO. And then I'm using Cable with collateral damage and sharpshooter. But remember, the heroes and the other 2 items are all interchangeable. The only things you really need are the Revolt 5 and the Power Gauntlet. And you can get both of those right now in Season 2 missions. By the way, at least for the first 2 battles, I'm going to use the Generalist costume as well. So trust me, you don't need one of the fancy PvP armors either. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of Pestilence and Famine teams. That's literally all I've been seeing lately. Now on my agent's turn, I have to say it is really nice to have the Marksman Spotter, because it will place targeted that lasts for a round. I don't know about you, but reality hacking seems to kick in all the time when I face the AI with it. But if you don't have this item and you use something like the Target Painter instead, just save it for after you use the Revolt 5 and just before you use the Power Gauntlet. This should still allow you to take out most targets, especially if you're using a better armor than this. You'll see what I mean in the last battle where I face my toughest opponent of the video. Like I said earlier, after you get done firing the Revolt 5, you're going to have 6 stacks of attack optimization. And not only that, the best part is you get to use the Power Gauntlet in the same turn. Oh, and by the way, the stacks aren't consumed whenever you attack, so it'll be just as powerful next time. So be honest, there are other combinations that may be even better with this item. But we'll save that for a later video. In the meantime, you should definitely explore it for yourself. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Okay, so it's finally time to use the item. And it looks like it's going to be plenty enough damage to finish their agent. That's really what this combination is all about. Being able to cheaply and effectively finish one of the opponents in the very first round. Then with Cable you can use his level 9 Temporal Shift to give you an extra turn. And that's not the only reason I love Cable. I'll show you in just a second. We're going to use Psionic Spikes on Famine. It's a great way to put off balance, cornered, and winded on the opponent all in one psychic attack. But first things first, let's use Temporal Shift on our agent. Then we're going to go ahead over to that psychic attack and hit Rogue with it. After this, we won't have to fear her Infiltrator power or her Southern Hospitality. Now we can feel free to attack her with the Power Gauntlet. It maintains its attack optimization just like I said, and if you wanted you could recharge the Revolt 5 and fully power that attack up. It's usually going to serve its purpose with those first 6 stacks. By the way, Captain America is basically there as a protector, and as a character that most people have by now. You could easily use any other protector, maybe one that you like better, or a character that's going to strengthen you, and or possibly even help out that unarmed melee attack, if you know what I'm saying. But truthfully, I wanted to stay away from lockbox characters in this series. Alright, now that it's our agent's turn once again, we can go ahead and guarantee this crit. So we're going to use our Marksman Spotter, but in this situation, like I said, you could use the Target Painter. It's a quick action that'll place weak point on the enemy. And now we get to see the damage that the Power Gauntlet is capable of. And trust me, it actually goes much higher than this. I've seen it hit between 80 and 100,000 damage when you combine both hits. Now moving on to the second battle, we're facing a Protector this time. The Generalist armor does make this a little more difficult because you can't target who you want to. I pretty much have to fire my Revolt 5 at Wonder Man until he's dead. And this is why if I had the option I would use the Empowered Infiltrator armor and make myself go stealthy. It also increases your damage by 30%, which helps out quite a bit. I will show you that in the final battle. Now with Cable's first turn, we're going to go ahead and use Temporal Shift on my agent. So yeah, originally he was going to be last to act on my team, but when you have Cable, that's never the case. Now with my agent's turn, I'm going to start by using the Marksman Spotter. And by the way, I'm having a terrible time trying to target Wonder Man. The hitbox on the agent is really taking up a lot of room right here, and it just keeps switching back and forth. Normally I would use the bar at the top, but Wonder Man's not on it. That's because my agent has an extra turn. So yeah, I really hate that, and I know characters like Angel make it even worse. It's almost like an enemy strategy to frustrate us. Then of course I also have to fire the Revolt 5 6 times, and basically keep finding Wonder Man for that. So yeah, this may take a while. I should just shoot their agent and make him protect. The good news is he should definitely die, and I may be able to take him out with the Revolt 5 alone. This would allow me to use the Power Gauntlet on their agent, or Beast, either one would work. We may need a little bit of luck though to make this work. We have 3 more shots, and he only has 16,000 HP, but we're not getting that big of critical hits. I have no idea why the range has to be so wide. It's going from 4,000 to 6,000. And it all comes down to this last shot. So let's see what we get. It's only a 4,282 hit. So we have to waste the Power Gauntlet on him. This would not be the case if our attacks were stealthy. Well, to be honest with you, we would have killed him because of the 30% boost. But that's okay. Now we're going to take a look at the other thing that I love about Cable. We're going to place Flanked on the opponent. Now when we attack with the Power Gauntlet, we'll do a follow-up attack. And our normal turn with our agent will be coming up right after Beast. He does decide to use Jekyll and Hyde on Captain America, so that's going to put it off balance and cornered. Let's see what this Power Gauntlet can do. It looks like it's going to do higher damage this time around. And remember, we do have Flanked, but it isn't even needed. We do over 50,000 damage. Remember, that's a hit coming from a free weapon. We don't even have Strengthened or any power armor. I would say that's pretty good right there. So now with Cable, we're going to place Flanked on Beast as well. Unfortunately, Captain America no longer has Shield Guard, and Beast can attack whoever he wants. We also did give him tactical maneuvers. So he's going to use the Heart of Darkness, which does miss. But the second attempt hits, so that's going to generalize us and place Nano Plague. Now our attack optimization is gone, and we have ISO 8 Outbreak. This is going to really hurt our damage output. But Beast only has 12k, and we just go ahead and hit him anyway. He had Flanked on him, so we were pretty confident. Now in our last fight, we are using the Empowered Infiltrator armor, just to show you how it would go. And their agent will be first to act, and apparently he does have the demon set, or at least part of it. And this is where Captain America really steps up. He protects against the hotshot, and takes the stun for the team. So if you were wondering why I used Captain America, there's a great reason right there. Then on my agent's turn, I'm going to target the Horseman of Pestilence. Ideally, we want to take him out before he even gets a turn. I didn't bother to check, but even if they had a protect weapon, the fact that we can give ourselves combat reflexes would allow us to bypass a protector. But just think, if they don't have a protector, most of these teams have a Tactician Beast. So even if you had the store-bought Infiltrator armor, you could still gain combat reflexes by attacking him. But yes, it's definitely easier with the empowered infiltrator armor. Now we still have 5 more shots, but we're definitely not going to finish this pestilence with the Revolt 5. He has way too much health and a starting shield. All we can hope for is a big hit from the power gauntlet to finish him off. Oh, and by the way, if you have confidence in your power gauntlet, which you should, you can also hit some other targets with the Revolt 5. That is, once you think you got the original target low enough to finish. For me, I think I'd feel pretty comfortable attacking another target with this last shot. But instead, I'm just going to focus on Beast. And we take him to 26k HP. That should be pretty easy for our power gauntlet. And here goes nothing. The Horseman of Pestilence is down before he even gets a chance to act. Next will be Captain America's turn, but of course he was stunned by the hotshot. And Rogue's going to use a Black Horse on Cable. At least Cable has so many options that reduced potential won't cripple him. We also have our Temporal Shift, so we will use that on our agent. Since our agent's going next, I'm going to place Flanked on theirs. Now we should be able to drop him pretty easily. Between the Gauntlet and a follow-up attack, plus the fact that he's going to take damage from his own dots, there's just no way he's going to get another attack. And this time we managed to do a pretty decent amount of damage, and definitely enough to KO him. So no follow-up needed, and now we get to fully focus on Rogue. We're going to go all out on this one, so the Marksman Spotter. Then we finally get to use the sudden support. And you're about to see what this gauntlet is truly capable of. We're hitting a fully healed, nearly 57,000 HP Horseman of Famine. And that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I definitely want to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.